Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the Memphis Grizzlies right here at FedEx Forum. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. Here we go. 2 games left before postseason action. Let's take a look at the possible field. You look at Memphis, a really frustrating season for them. They're looking forward to the draft. And, of course, there's Utah, only a few spots below.
They're checking out the Jazz. They are down towards the bottom of their conference. So this final week of games is almost a formality. But you have to think they'll still play hard and do their best out there.
Here are the starters for Utah. They've got Collier. Williams is out there with Filipowski. Then it's Bailey, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Grizzlies, they've got Ty Jerome, and it's Clayton in at the shooting guard position. And it's the Grizzlies to start it out. Well, we're in the closing weeks of the regular season. There's no rest for teams competing for positioning.
Yeah, this is the time where if you have a couple of nights of bad effort, you might drop 2 or 3 positions. It's not the playoffs yet, but it's critical this part of the season.
Here's Bailey. Pass to Filipowski. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Pass to Jerome. Down low. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's Sensabaugh. His last outing, he had 20. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Bailey. Grizzlies. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
You know, in that game, it was just too much disparity in effort level between the 2 teams, especially on the glass.
The poor rebounding is something that they'll have to shore up going forward. It puts you at such a disadvantage when you look at the battle of possessions.
Pass to Collier. Oh, deflected. Jumps up. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Here's Clayton. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. And Bailey gets it to go.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
Pass to Coward. There's a screen. Back to Jerome. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, Utah with the rebound. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Bailey. His last outing, we saw him score 22. Outside, Williams. They get it back. Here's Collier. 4-3. Another 3 for Utah.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
Grizzlies trail by 5. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Hendricks. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by Bailey.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Collier, no good.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Jerome outside. They set the pick. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
There's 1:40 left in the first quarter here. Here's Sensabaugh. Memphis with a rebound. Here's Clayton. Still without a bucket. Pass to Hendricks. Now here's Jerome. Here's Coward. Jerome outside. Shoots over Collier. Rebounded by Bailey.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Graham.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Pass to Prosper. And here's Jerome, covered by Filipowski. Here's Hendricks. Here's Jerome. No good with the elbow jumper.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
To the middle. Pass to Coward. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Coward's got his second basket of the game.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
For 3, Collier. And that's not going to go. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Utah ahead. They're up by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. Yeah, what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
G.G. Jackson is out there with Taj Gibson, and it's Spencer in a 2-guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Fires the 3, gets the 3 to fall.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Mikhailuk. Left side, Love. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
That's where you get Love the ball and clear out. Let the big man go to work.
And here's Gibson. Here's Rupert. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. He shoots. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. On offense, here's Utah. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Inside. Ooh, it's stolen away. To the paint. That's tipped. Here's Spencer. The rebound by the Jazz.
Great opportunity. just couldn't complete the play.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
Now here's Love. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. A moment here to see the numbers for Kyle Filipowski.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection. And it's showing.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Every year we see a few teams that exceed expectations, Richard. In your experience, what's the blueprint for an overachieving team?
Well, a lot of times you see new coaching staffs unlocking a roster. Other times it's just healthier bits of competition. And don't forget, health is always a huge component.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
A little too aggressive on that shot. He's not the guy they want shooting those tough threes.
Pass to Clayton. Jerome outside. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Jackson outside. And there's the screen. Here's Prosper. Here's Hendricks. Jacks up a 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Hendricks has got 5 points.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Here's Conchar. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Now here's Conchar. And here's Bailey for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Bailey's gotten his second bucket.
Most of the time, if you give him that much room, oh yeah, that's going to be the result.
Jackson outside. Now here's Jerome. He's guarded closely.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
The Jazz have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Here's Collier. He's got 6. Filipowski laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. All right, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams are getting it done in their transition offense. Number 1, the Jazz.
They've been playing at a fast pace, which plays to their strengths.
.143 left in the first half of this one. Jerome on the wing. Pass to Prosper. Here's Hendricks. Williams defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Coward. The 3-ball. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Shot's good by Collier.
And they're trending in the right direction after a rough first quarter from the field.
And there's a pick. And that one's good. Coward. Coward's got 6.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Collier. Give him 8 points now. Filipowski, the pass to Bailey. Williams on the wing. Going inside, and after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. When this game is done, they'll be off to Milwaukee, taking on the Bucks. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating crunch.
Here's Coward. Shoots over Bailey. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Utah ahead. They lead by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Hello, everybody. No lack of drama tonight. The Utah Jazz might be taking this one all the way down to the wire.
Talk about putting yourself in a position to succeed. They've executed, and they're taking good shots.
Playing just the way it's drawn up, and let's credit their game planning as well. And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
You take a look at Utah, just 1 week left in the season. They have not been mathematically eliminated from the postseason, but I don't know, Shaq.
Yeah, but it'll take more than math for them to make it. They're going to need a miracle.
Don't you have a doctorate in math?
No, education.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the 3rd quarter with Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And it's Utah with the ball. 4-point game. Kicking off the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. Bailey out there with Williams. Then there's Collier. Then it's Kyle Filipowski. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. Now here's Filipowski. Pass to Bailey. Shot clock at 6. Good on the bucket. Bailey's got 9.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Here's Prosper. Covered by Filipowski. Here's Coward. Jerome outside. It's hauled in by Collier. Utah leading by 6. Right wing. About a minute played here in the second half. Sensible, no good. Well, the Grizzlies shooting about 43% in this one. Down low. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. To the left side wing. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Pass to Clayton. Here's Hendricks. Lets it go from deep. Utah grabs the miss. Filipowski's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Williams. And he banks in the layup. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. And now it's time to check the rookie leaderboard and see which first-year players are leading their class in assists. Second is Isaiah Collier.
The league got a big infusion of talented passers this year, and he's up there with the best of them. And as time goes, his court vision is only going to get better.
Jackson, the pass to Jerome. Knocked away and stolen by Williams. Driving in. Count the basket. And now it's an 8-point Utah lead.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Pass to Jackson. To the inside. And Jerome the bucket on the assist by Jackson.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's Sensible. Utah moving the ball around. And here's Bailey for 3. Drills it from deep. Bailey's got 12 points.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Pass to Coward. Jackson the screen. Here's Coward. Jerome on the wing. Shot clock at 5. With the floater. Count it. Good. He has 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Such a wide open look. And the Jazz lead by 10.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Prosper. Fires from deep. Counted from distance.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. He's checked in for Utah. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
And he's been on a roll during these last few months, getting better in terms of scoring the ball and proving to be a key part of this team as we move farther along in the season.
On defense, the Grizzlies. They trail by 7. Here's Sensabaugh. No points yet. Pass to Bailey. Here's Sensabaugh. 4 on the clock. Lets it fly. Bailey's shot is off.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
We got a chance here to check up on Taylor Hendricks' status. What do you have, Allie?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer from Memphis let me know the status. The bad news is he has a sprained ankle and they're hoping that the swelling will go down. The good news from the training staff is that they do think he could play on it, so he won't have to miss minutes. Guys?
Well, we appreciate it, Allie.
And you better believe he's eager to return to action.
Now, here's Williams. He's got 6. Utah with another miss. Pass to Coward. Up top, Jackson. Jackson, the screen. To the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Pass to Bailey. This one's a 3. The rebound by Jackson. Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Prosper, covered by Filipowski. Jackson outside. 3-pointer. Here's Prosper. Drops in the 3. Now just a 2-point Utah lead.
I just love the ball move.
Here's Sensabaugh. No made baskets yet. Williams with the screen. Here's Conchar. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's the Jazz, up 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. We've got Jackson, and it's Rupert in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
The ideal pass for that situation. Great instincts.
Well, the Jazz shooting 52% from the floor so far. Pass to Collier. Love a screen on Jerome. Shot from 12. Collier, no good. Memphis has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Now Jerome. Here's Rupert. Over to the left wing. To take the lead. Jerome, no good. Jerome's gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go. Tipped. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Pass to Rupert. And there's Memphis with another bucket.
Quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Here's Collier. Now Love. Defended by Jackson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Collier. Beyond the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. Down low. Here's Burton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Now it's a 4-point Memphis lead. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Sideline. Let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Collier. Pass to Sensabaugh. Now Filipowski, just 5 to shoot. 2 in the cold spell. Utah with another miss. Memphis leading by 4. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Here's Jerome. Pass to Hendricks. Out to the right wing. Shoots it from the high post. Jerome, no good.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Here's Sensabaugh. And it's good. 2 points.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Here's Coward following the bucket by Utah. Here's Jerome. Jacks up a 3. Oh, no good.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
They set a pick. To tie it up.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Jazz. Sensabaugh. 2 shots.
Free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And Jerome has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Yes! Using that window!
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Jazz trail by 3. Here's Bailey. It's Williams, high post. Filipowski sets a screen. 5 to shoot. He takes it in. Lots of room. Yes, sir! Sticks the J.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
From 9 feet away, count it.
An aggressive move. Takes it strong, and there's no help defensively.
Here's Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. Now here's Filipowski. Yes, it's good!
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Coward. He drives in. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. 44 seconds left in the final quarter. Using the glass to lay it in.
And talk about stepping up in it.
Called by Tomas Isalo. Critical moment here. Managing the next possession.
If there's enough time on the clock to go for a 2-for-1.
Jerome feeling it out a bit. Here he goes. Oh, touches it off the glass. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Sensabaugh. Williams. The three is off. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team foul. At the line for two, Jerome.
So the first one drops, and that'll put them up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Couldn't have asked for anything better there. Only a 3 can tie it now.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
Here's Sensabaugh. Williams outside. Shoots a 3. Can't get the 3. Bailey. He's off from 3. And that's an intentional foul.
At the line for the Grizzlies, taking 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game.
And so the Grizzlies take the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Ty Jerome.